10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Are you ready? Please go and subscribe on my YouTube channel, Live with Vickey P, and please follow me on my Live with Vickey P Facebook and Vicky Partlow Facebook, and Instagram Live with Vickey P and Vicky Partlow on TikTok. That's all my social media platforms. Come on over and join the Live with Vickey P family. Let's get started.
I don't know if y'all ever had nobody like me before. Somebody that makes you want to just stay home all day and just play with them. Ooh, baby. Oh, sugar. You might think that I'm acting strange. I love you so damn much that I hate to leave the house. I ain't going nowhere. I know I ain't been myself lately. I've been acting a fool. You got me like this, girl. You got your hooks on me, baby. I ain't going nowhere. Can we just stay together? Can we just stay? Oh, baby. Can we just stay all night long, girl? Can we just stay and lay a while? You look so damn good, my heart just skips a beat. I know I've been holding back this feeling so long, girl. Come over here, baby, and let me whisper in your ear. I love you. The words I say are true, baby. I love you. Can we just stay together? Can we just stay? Oh, baby. Can we just stay all night long, girl? Can we just stay and lay a while? Now, ladies, I know you heard this part of the song before, and I know y'all looking good out here doing this two-step and swing thing. But right now, if you got what it takes to keep a man happy, let me see you wave your hands in the air. Now, fellas, if you ever been with a woman who has everything to keep you happy, I mean real sexy, fine, and has a beautiful mind, let me see you wave your hands in the air. Can we just stay together? Can we just stay? Oh, baby. Can we just stay all night long, girl? Can we just stay and lay a while?
Hey, you guys. Hey, another Tuesday. That means we are super, super blessed to be here, especially as hot as it has been and with all this rain and storms. Okay. Let me tell you something. I'm super excited to be here tonight on the Live with Vickey P show. As you guys know, it is always a vibe. And I have a new guest on the show for me. I've been interviewing now for about 5 years, and I've never had him on my platform. So I am super, super excited because tonight we're shining a spotlight on an artist whose voice carries the soul of the South. Okay, soul of the South, Southern soul, blues, a little bit of R&B, and the spirit of real storytelling. Telling, excuse me, Troy, that's his name. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Troy Henry is a man who doesn't just sing, he connects. His music blends Southern soul, party blues, and R&B into a sound that feels familiar yet completely his own. Now, we love when artists have their own lane, their own sound, their unique voice. Over the years, he's shared stages with legends. You guys hear me, legends, with bands that shaped his journey and built a reputation for delivering shows that leave the audience talking after the lights go down. You hear me? But behind the voice is a man with a story, a purpose, and a passion that runs deep. And tonight we get to hear it straight from him. So, you guys, are you ready for me to bring on Mr. Troy Henry? Here we go. Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What is going on? Let's
I'm,
talk about it.
I'm good. Hey, thanks for that warm intro, man. I really appreciate that.
Listen, listen, I do my research and I do my homework. So when I do
Gotcha.
my research and I do my homework, I'm able to put together a grand intro like I like to do. Okay.
Love it. Love it.
So we're going to get into it. Okay. Let's get into it. Now, you've built a reputation for delivering soulful, high energy performances. When did you first realize music was your calling?
Ooh. Um, when I was real young, I want to say even before I was a teenager, around 8 years old, I always caught the attention of everybody that was older around me. They I would sing around other people, which was kind of backwards, but I sang around a lot of other people. They picked up on it. Uh, and I remember people telling my mom that, that your son got a little voice, he might turn out to be something. But as far as her, my mom's opinion about it was that I was making noise all the time. So
Ah,
she was listening to all of her songs. She was like, "No, you need to stop making all that noise so I can listen to my records." And I just stayed out of the way. But later on, she actually became like amazed. It was a school PTA meeting that they had, parents teacher meeting, when the parents come in, and meet with the teachers. And one of the teachers actually asked me to sing. And I remember singing a song by Brothers Johnson called Treasure. And I was real young. I don't know if you remember that song. It was called Treasure by Brothers Johnson. And
mm-mm.
I actually sung that song, man. And that was the first time my mom, but she didn't even know I was going to sing. And when I sang that song, that was like her introductory into knowing, okay, my son might have a little something. So yeah, I was real young, when that started.
Okay. So I'm sure when she heard that, she was like, she was
Yeah,
like,
we had some conversations about it too. She cause she told me all this time you've been doing this and I didn't know. I said, well, Mom, you told me to be quiet. You told me not to sing. So um actually it was a beautiful thing because after that she actually invested in me. She bought me a little stereo and headphones and I had a little microphone and stuff like that. So, she would help me buy records and stuff like my birthday would come around. So she was a heavy influence and she didn't know she was influencing what I was doing because I was calling it when I was coming up, it wasn't really singing, it was mimicking. Because I was real young, and I mean, I had my early days. I mean, I was like probably 12, 13 years old and I could sing just like Teddy Pendergrass.
Come on
And
now.
that blew her mind when she heard it, So even the kids in my neighborhood, they were aware of it, they know I could sing. So, but it wasn't like, it was a big deal to them. They were like, okay, Troy can sing, we're gonna get together, we'll sing some song. And then we went back to playing, playing like kids, throwing mud balls at each other and football and stuff like that. So, but I was never wanting to do all that. I honestly wanted to stick more to the music. I mean, it just was something that I gravitated to it. Then I saw some people perform, and I think my biggest um, inspiration came from Teddy Pendergrass when he came out with the live album. And I listened to the album, the whole entire album, which was my mom's album, and I envisioned what he was doing, and it was crazy. Like everything that I envisioned, I got to see that later on in life. But when I heard the scream from the women and the message he was giving the ladies, it just did something to me. I'm like, okay, that's what I want to do. So that was he was my greatest inspiration.
I was gonna ask that. but when you saw the effect that he had on women, you was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was it for me. It was game over. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And then, being young, I wasn't into the girls and all that. And I was very shy. So I was kind of like, didn't know how to talk to people. So music was kind of a gateway for me, So I believe it or not, even back then I was writing music back then when I was real young. I didn't tell everybody what I was writing, but I would write some stuff, and then very close friends that were my friends, I would sing it to them. They're like, man, that sound pretty good. You ought to do something with that. But I kept those notebooks to myself, and I never let nobody hear
them. So, okay. So at what age was that when you really came just like out, just like
14, and I started doing like talent shows at school, and I also was a dancer too. So I was into the pop lock and boogaloo and stuff, all that. I had 2 groups, and I was like, they called me like the dual threat because I could sing and I could dance. So then I did my own thing by myself. Then I could, then I was singing in choir too. So I was doing a little bit of everything. But a young lady I was in school with in choir, we ended up doing something together. We sung the song Always, and we were on a television show. We didn't win. We should have won, though. I think we should have won. But it was called Discovery TV, and it was in Louisiana. It was a big deal, It was broadcast on television. Like I said, we didn't win it, but it was great exposure.
Okay, all right. So, yeah. Of course, I figured you sung in the choir because most
absolutely
do start out singing in church and performing like at family functions, and where your mom and dad
right.
say, oh, show them how to do the Michael Jackson.
Correct.
That's
correct.
That's the era we came up in, right? So I figured that, and you have that deep voice. You have a deep voice.
The crazy part is when I first started singing, I didn't have one though. I actually I was doing Michael Jackson. I was doing Michael Jackson. If any of my friends would watch this right now, they would tell you that grew up with me. I was singing Michael Jackson, She's Out of My Life. I mean, I sounded just like Michael Jackson.
So as you matured, your voice matured with you.
That part too, but then I learned to use my voice. I was able to do a lot of I can actually sing Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway's Closer I Get to You. I can sing both parts.
Okay.
Female and male part on that song. I can actually do them both.
Okay, come on. Let's do a few. I'm gonna do a few shout outs.
Don't put me on the spot right now.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna do a few shout outs. The Legacy Magazine has tuned in. Hey, girls.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. They're awesome.
They are awesome. If you are wanting to be featured in the Legacy Magazine, please reach out to Chantel Taylor. The Legacy Magazine is, when I say awesome, because your girl Vickey P made the front page. And
Nice. Congratulations.
thank you. So you guys
Congratulations.
go check her out. Go check her out. Belinda Thompson, she's all the way from my hometown, Lincoln, Georgia. Howdy, girl. Howdy.
Hello.
Mikey Williams. Yes, you got to come back on. He is the Southern Soul dancer. Mikey Williams. Thank you for tuning in, Mikey.
Shout out, Mike.
And we have Miss Mary Poole, one of my most dedicated listeners. Good evening, Miss Mary Poole. She said, everyone, God bless you. Happy, blessed.
God bless you as well. And hello to everyone.
Yes. And then I have Fiella Cash. She is an amazing line dancer instructor. And she is here in Gadsden, Alabama.
Hello.
Yes. And one of my best friends, Janice Martin, she is all the way in Augusta, Georgia, tuning in with Live with Vickey P. And thank you guys for tuning in. And Fiella said sing, but Fiella, he said, we're not going to put him on the spot. Not right now. Okay? Not right now. And I have Miss Annette Tarpley. She is a wonderful songwriter, you guys. You guys need to check her out. Wonderful. All right, let's get back into it. I wanted to do a couple shout outs, okay? Now, Southern Soul, the blues, and R&B each have their own flavor, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But they're similar. What draws you to all of those genres?
That's hard for me to explain to you because I can just jump from one to the other. Because the only answer I can honestly give you, music is a universal language. It speaks to everybody, and no matter how, because I'm even about to dibble and dabble in a little bit of country, which in some of my shows that I do, like I'm getting ready to do a festival, I'm going to do a couple country songs, so it's just music, just a universal language. It speaks to everybody, no matter how you present it, everybody gets it, you know what I'm saying? No matter. That's all. The best answer I can give you because it reaches everybody, And what I found out more than anything is just not putting a song together, but when you get one that actually comes from the heart, it'll reach your heart. And that's to me, when you have a breakout song, to me, that's the one that's going to probably be your breakout song. When one comes really from your heart, it's going to reach the heart. And I haven't had that one yet, but I'm getting very close to it.
It's coming.
Close to it.
It's coming. Now, you've performed with have you performed with bands, and you have appeared on TV, and you've opened for legends. Now let's go to the legends. Who have you opened for?
Tyrone Davis, Bobby Bland, Millie Jackson, Tyrone Davis. I might even say that twice. Johnny Taylor was one of them. We did Irma Thomas. We did a show with her. But the highlight of all of it, the biggest one for me was Bobby Blue Bland and Tyrone Davis, man. That was hitting me hard. I mean, I was kind of starstruck, because I know where I was at. I know I was in front of greatness, and you could just feel the presence. I mean, especially Bobby Blue Bland. He was very, very humble. I can recall even back then he was real sick when we got to open for him, but we did get a chance to talk to him a little bit. He was very encouraging. Oh, and I forgot Little Milton. I had a little incident with Little Milton. It wasn't good, but he just had to put me in check about something. I did something, and I want people to hear this story. It's crazy because I thought I was something hot, at that time. And I popped out and I did a song, and he was actually in Raphael's Neil Club in Louisiana. I know a lot of people probably know what I'm talking about, in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I did a song. I sat in and did a song, and he called me over, man. I did some raunchy stuff. I'm just gonna say that. And he called me over, man, and he said, "Don't you ever disrespect the blues like that again." And he told me I'm a good singer. He said, "But man, you know how much work we did to put them songs together for you to come out here and do that kind of stuff." And he gave me a different perspective about doing things, you know, the way I did it, and make sure that I respected the art, you know, which now today I understand that. And it's the same when you do your own music, you starting to understand that that's a formula you have to follow. And
That's
those
right.
guys, they set a trend for us. You know, they set something. A lot of us are not. Please, I hope nobody gets offended by what I'm saying. Those guys had set a goal for us. They set something for us that should have stayed in concrete. But all other artists are coming out, you know, like me and some other artists, and everybody's changing. You know, we're doing a little bit too much. To me, we're doing too much and not sticking more to the music. You know,
Mm,
when those artists they sat on stools, man, and sang. You know, they didn't do a lot. They didn't do a lot of things that we're seeing now. You know, not that I'm knocking none of that, because
right.
I watch a lot of these artists. A lot of the artists are great entertainers. You know, but those guys they sang, man.
From the
They
heart.
sang. There was no tracks behind them. You know what I'm saying? They played with full bands.
From the
I never
heart.
seen Johnny Taylor with a track. I never seen Bobby Bland with a track. Nor Johnny Taylor. They had full bands, you know. So we
Mm.
got to give them credit, man. They worked hard.
They did. They
They worked
did.
hard.
And like you said, you know, they created they created this platform. They
Yeah,
created all of this. They did. And when I think of blues, those are the ones that I think of. And
right.
a lot of things have changed, you know, like I remember even as I got older, I remember going to well, not blues concerts because that was my mom in them era, but
Hmm.
you know, when the Southern Soul started coming out and popping, I remember going to events in the inside. And
Right,
I remember that was a big thing for us. We were dressed up, you and your
right.
significant other, or you and your friend. You know, that was something big to us to be able to go see Tucker and Sir Charles and put on some clothes. You know, you're
Yeah,
gonna be inside, you're gonna be cool, you're gonna be
right.
cute, you're gonna dance. But all of that has changed.
Right,
Like
right.
we don't have any of that
And,
anymore.
and here's the thing. I still, you know, even as an artist, um, I still believe in bringing when I do something. I know I went black on you.
That's
When I perform, I do believe that I should wear clothes at all time. Um, you know, to be decent. You know what I'm saying? You wanna look captivating. You know, to people, and I truly believe that. You know, each show that I do, man, a couple times I try to put some jeans on. I'm like, I can't do it. You know,
you didn't
so
feel right.
sorry for
Mm,
that. I should have had that on. I
you
just
didn't.
couldn't do it. You know, I just couldn't do it. I said, nah, I can't do that. And believe it or not, one of the bands I was with, they were big on fashion, man. People paid just to come see what we were going to wear because
That's
we
how they.
never wore the same stuff. We were clean. We were one of the cleanest bands. And a shout out to that band, which was the Sweet Wine Band out of Lutcher, Louisiana. They were very, man, this guy was not. But anyway, yeah, you know, so it's about the fashion statement too. You gotta make sure you're looking appropriate, you know, when you're out in front of people. Because here's the thing. I would hate to go to a concert and go in there with some nice clothes, and then the person who getting on the stage, I'm cleaner than him. You know what I'm saying? He even came there with a t-shirt on, a muscle shirt on, some jeans, and here I'm almost in a whole suit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be like that. You know, I don't want people to feel like that when they come to see me. If they're putting on clothes to come see me, they need to know they're coming to see a good show, but they also coming to see somebody, you know, looking good and giving them a good presentation. You know, I'm all about my production now. You know, I'm getting myself involved into not only me performing, but be making sure that the audience is seeing what they need to see. The lights are right. I'm getting lights and everything. I have my own PA system. I have drops. You know what I'm saying? I got smoke machine.
Come
I'm
on.
giving people an experience.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I want. You know, I had to create that lane for myself and do all these things because I realized it's production. You know, when I watch, and here's one of the, I know I'm talking long, but I got to give this guy a lot of credit. One of the people that gives me a lot of inspiration now is Keith Sweat. If you have not been to a Keith Sweat show, look at the presentation. Look at Keith changing clothes. Look at the outfits that he wears. If that don't inspire you, man, and look at the response from the people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on that type of level.
Well, I want to say, and everybody have their opinion, you know, everybody does. And just because people have an opinion.
You kind of went dead on me.
I said, everybody have an opinion and everybody, you know, can have their opinion. But this is the thing that I want to know what you think about.
I don't know what happened, but I can't hear you.
Go out, then come back in. Let's see.
I don't know what happened.
Let's see. Hold on, you guys.
Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Hold on. Can you guys hear me? Say yes or no, maybe. Can the people watching hear me? I think y'all can hear me. I think that was him. I think he got a phone call. And it kind of messed things up. Hold on, guys. So until he gets back, I'm going to play one of his. Well, he's back. Hold on.
I think the phone call, somebody was trying to call me and I forgot to mute the calls. I'm sorry about that. So that might have knocked me off.
That's okay. So this is what I want to know. Again, everybody have their own opinion. I have an opinion. Everybody have an opinion. So you have people, okay, like me. I will be 54 Saturday. So okay. I am in that age group that I don't go to outside events a lot. I don't. First of all, I can't be out there all day long like that. I just can't. It's hot. I can't do it. Second of all, what do you think about people bringing back the events that's inside? You know, like for, you know, us to go back to being able to dress up and being able to dance, you know, without getting, you know, in the way of other people. I mean, what do you think about that?
I love it. I love it. You know, my thing is the grown and sexy thing went away, and you know, we need to bring that back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm trying to capitalize more on that when I do my shows, because my shows are it's crazy. I mean, I'm doing I don't want to give it away because for anybody that might want to see it, but I'm mixing a lot of stuff, man. I'm doing some Keith Sweat in my shows, you know what I'm saying? But there's some stories being told in the show where I go from all these different songs, you know, and then I go into my songs as well. But yeah, we need that, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I'm getting old too, but I mean, I'm not dead, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love to go to places where I can put my clothes on, you know, me and my wife the same way, you know. We look, what's funny is we kind of like trendsetters. We go places and people look at what we wear and they be like, where y'all going? Y'all just came from a ball or something? We like, nah, we just wanted to put some clothes on. We buy a lot of clothes. You know? He probably on here. We buy a lot of clothes, you know what I'm saying? They're like, man, we can't go nowhere. We can't take these clothes with us when we leave. So let's go somewhere. We might put something on, you know, just to go out for one night. Yes. You know, that's what we do, you know, but so, you know, yeah, we welcome that. You know, I'm all about doing shows indoor as long as people know how to behave, you know, and handle themselves. You know, I'm not a big fan of these people getting in these places with guns. Okay, that's you know,
Oh,
I've saw some places. I have experienced some places where they're not checking people for weapons, and we know they coming in with them. Because I didn't grab some people, gave them a hug, and I felt the gun right there. You know, I'm like, come on, man. You know, it's not cool at all. But you know, that's
well,
just places I don't revisit.
well,
Yeah.
see, that's what I'm saying. Back then, you didn't even have to worry about that
That's
when
correct.
going to
Correct.
these shows. You didn't. Only thing you worried about was what outfit, getting your hair
There
done.
you go.
You got your ticket, and you, your husband, your boyfriend, or your girls. And
Yeah.
then by 10 o'clock, y'all getting out of there. Like
Right.
it wasn't that. It wasn't. So I feel like I can't speak for everyone because it's nothing wrong with the line dance community. I love line
No,
dance,
no, not at
but
all.
I do see where a lot of events are getting canceled. A lot of events are getting canceled, and
Hmm.
they're geared to more of the line dancers. Now and it's just the line dancers who's making the parties and the host who's doing the parties. So now they're canceling shows. So I just feel like we need to get back. And I know people have to make a living. I know that. I know that. But when you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over,
Hmm.
eventually the same people gonna get tired.
That
Like
is correct. That is correct.
that's just like seeing the same shows, like with the same people on the
That's
same
where I
show.
was going. That's where I was going.
Like, I'm not gonna go if I've been over here and I saw this person over here, and if they're over here next time, I'm not going over there. I want to go see somebody different. I want to see different
Something
people.
right, right. But we
Yeah,
need to bring back we do need a grown and sexy show. We do
we
need that
do. We
with some artists that's gonna bring a good show. If there's any promoters on here, man, I would love to talk to them because like I said, I'm networking, but I'm also doing my own thing here. You know, I'm getting ready to do a circus here in Peru, Indiana. And like me, I don't mind traveling, but
okay.
I'm not going to, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way. What I do, I think it has to be a good fit. There's a lot of artists don't like artists to do covers.
Right.
I don't see a problem with that because to me, I'm gonna pay homage to the people that put me on, but people that made me feel that I was capable of achieving the goal that I'm trying to achieve. You know, like whether it's a Teddy Pendergrass, whether it's Keith Sweat, Luther Vandross, you know what I'm saying? Tyrone Davis, you know, I sing some Tyrone Davis songs, you know. So um, yeah, I just want to give because I don't understand how we can get away from the people that paved the way for us, you know, that made a way for us and gave us some good music. Because I'm quite sure a lot of the artists that's out here, you were listening to somebody.
Oh, you better
So
know.
so why is it why do you feel some type of way about an artist going and do a cover? I have no problem with doing covers. I get booked doing a lot of covers. And it
Mm.
doesn't make me feel any type of way because I get paid well to do those covers. Um, and then I also get an opportunity to gain a fan base because people get to listen to what I'm doing as well.
Mm.
And they're
Mm.
buying my music, you
Right.
know. So I've been feeling pretty good about that. You know, I sold and I'm not to brag, I sold 250 flash drives with our music on it. And that was last month. So,
Well, you can
so you know
brag
what I'm
about
saying?
that.
What's that?
You can brag about that because
Well,
that's
you know,
good.
and the thing about it is, you know, you finding people. There's just I'm starting to notice I have a fan base. I have some people that really like my music, and um, I mean, I get calls from California. I get calls from everywhere, but just people just want to talk to me and just tell me how much they like the music, you know, and then they buy five, six of them. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I'm proud of that, you know. And don't get me wrong, the network has been great. I've met a lot of great artists. I'm going to be working with some artists because I'm not in this for the wrong reason. I'm in it first of all because I love what I do. And
Mm.
before I started doing my own thing, my first passion was I was with a band that believed in me and taught me the ropes because without them, it wouldn't have been no me because they
Mm.
taught me the discipline. And I want to just say this. I was with a band for 8 years, and I was hired as a singer. This man gave me a cassette tape and gave me the lyrics. All I had to do was go home and learn the song. That's all I had to do. But the discipline I learned from doing it, and a lot of times, do you know every song that I passed on and he's not allowed to know this story, but every song I passed on that man wanted me to learn. Do you know I learned them? They're all in my shows.
Oh, wow.
And it makes me feel some type of way. I always tell my wife, I said, man, it hurts me to the core that this man did not get a chance to hear me sing these songs. Because all these songs he told me back then, you need to learn this, you need to learn it. You sound like this, you sound like that, and it's perfect for you. And I'd be like, yeah, but I don't like that song. And I pass on those songs. Do you know all those songs, whenever I perform them, I get the biggest response from those songs today.
Wow.
You know, so even had me teary-eyed a couple times, you know, because it's like I just wish I could have told him he was right. You know, I just wish I had that one time to tell him, man, you were right. I should have been singing these songs, and it's crazy. Like,
he knows.
Yeah, and I believe he's watching over me. I truly do believe that.
He knew.
Yeah.
So as a songwriter, where do your stories come from?
Treat Her Like the Queen came all kind of ways. We were dealing with COVID. I saw a lot of women getting mistreated and getting murdered. Breonna Taylor, Sandra Bland, and I wrote Treat Her Like a Queen because the story basically was saying, you know, like as men, we were born kings and we should treat our women like queens because we came from queens. And it's a very powerful song. If you haven't heard it, you got to hear it. It's I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but very powerful song. It was one that needed to be said because at the end of the song, I talk about Breonna Taylor and Sandra Bland and, you know, and how we should protect our queens because they were queens. And those girls didn't deserve those, you know, the things that happened to them. They did not deserve them. There was never no justice for neither one of them. And I think society played a role, and I felt it. Society played a role in what I was watching to have me create that song because I wanted all women to understand that we're all not like that. And as men, we should treat our women more like queens because I saw a lot of brothers doing a lot of things that I disapproved of, and a couple of them I could have went to jail behind. I think a man should never put his hands on a woman. You know, that's something I'm totally against. And I've made some mistakes in my lifetime and done some things, maybe to try to scare somebody, but I've never physically hurt a woman in my life.
Right. Well, no, you didn't send that one. I might can try to pull it up another way though. But so you did send a Trail Ride. Is it
okay? Trail Ride Thing.
Yeah,
that one was inspired by the line dancing thing. So you know, yeah, that was because that's how I was catching a vibe from it. Don't get me wrong, I was catching a vibe from it. I'm like, okay, I got something I can run with this, and I wanted to try it. I didn't want to box myself in. I wanted to be an artist that I can do different things, you know, because there's a lot of artists out there that are inspiring me that are doing different things with the music. And I talked to them before I tried it. And they were like, yeah, go ahead, go for it, man. Try it.
Well, we're gonna listen to it. So okay. I do not own the rights to this music. Here we go.
Shout out to D4. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Trail ride thing. Let's do it. Trail ride thing. Everybody do it. That trail ride thing, y'all. That trail ride thing. Let's do it. Trail ride thing. Everybody do it. That trail ride. boots on. Look how she riding with them boots on. Ladies to the left, y'all, to the left. Ladies to the right, y'all, to the right. We're gonna have a good time, baby, tonight, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Doing that trail ride thing, doing that thing, doing that trail ride thing, doing that thing, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Doing that trail ride thing, doing that thing, doing that trail ride thing, doing that thing, y'all. Oh yeah, if you like this groove, y'all, we gonna do like they did in the westerns in the old days. Ride 'em cowboys. You know what I'm saying? And yo, ladies, if you're feeling this groove, this one's for y'all. Ride 'em cowgirls. And I hope y'all been feeling this groove, y'all. Let's move. 1, 2, 3, we out, y'all.
All right.
Hey, I like. Now listen, I'm gonna have to learn that dance because that's my speed. That's my speed.
Yeah.
So when you did come up with that song, you created it, and you know that's the trail ride lane. So
Right.
how did you feel about it?
I was digging it. The crazy part was it came natural. It didn't take a lot to put the song together. It just came natural. It was just I mean, I think I did it in 2 days. It was done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
it was crazy. It was like it was just meant to be. Once I got it was a guy that I was talking to, and because I was kind of iffy about it. And this guy kept telling me, man, as I'm like, I don't want everybody to think I'm trying to do everything. He said, no, don't box yourself in. He said, man, you're an artist. Be an artist, run with it. He said, you know, he said, you never know what song might be the song, you know. So he told me to try it out. And when I sent it to him first, and he was just blown away. He like, dude, I love this. You got something.
yeah,
So,
I like that too. That's my speed.
yes. Yeah.
I won't sweat to death. That's my speed.
Yeah, we want something, you know, we want something we ain't gotta go out there and kill ourselves to, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? They got a couple of them songs I listen to them, and I'm like, man, how they gonna do all that?
but they do it, and they do it gracefully.
Yeah, because I go to TikTok and just try to see if I can catch them dancing to some of these songs. Because man, some of them, man, I'm like, maybe they might even think that one out, man. Like, come on, that's too much going on.
But I'm telling you, when these line dancers put these dances together, I mean, it just flows so smooth.
I see that. I see that. It ain't for the weak. That's all I'm gonna say. It ain't for the weak.
Look, and I be like this. I'm in my head. I am a counter. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes, indeed.
2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Right, there you go. I kept it slow. I gave you a chance to breathe a little bit.
You did, and I like that. Oh my goodness. So when you're not on stage, who is Troy Henry, and what brings you peace outside of music?
What brings me peace? Just balance, man. And the household, the balance is more important to me. Because I'm raising my grandkids right now, full time. Their mom passed away while they were on vacation with me. And that has been one of the hardest transitions because me and my wife had just got our passports. We had just bought this house we got, and we were actually on a vacation, which was back home. I'm originally from Louisiana, and we were at home doing Mardi Gras, and I just had this ill feeling coming across me that I need to leave, and when I leave, I need to go home, as I'm going home, I need to stop and check on my daughter. She had just moved to St. Louis. And when I checked on her, which I did, we ended up leaving like right away. when that feeling came on, we didn't wait another day. We left. And thank God that it did happen the way it did. Because when we went down there, she asked me to grab those kids. We got home that Thursday. No, we stopped that Thursday. Yeah, we stopped. Yeah, we got there that Thursday morning. We doubled back and picked the kids up like that Friday. No, I'm sorry, Sunday. We picked them up that Sunday. Following week rolled around. Exactly 6 days after those kids were with us, we got a call and their mom had passed away. The youngest was 2 years old. The oldest was 13. Had I not yield to that, what God was trying to tell me, I'd have still been partying in New Orleans. Because I yield. My wife couldn't even understand it. She was like, "Man, what is going on? What you feeling good?" I say, I just could not settle. I just could not. It was like something tugging. You gotta go. You gotta go. And I keep in mind, I hadn't seen my daughter in prior to that time. It had probably been 6 years since we actually physically saw each other. But on the good side of this, the kids are well. They're here with me. They're being well taken care of. Like I said, we got the youngest. He was 2 years old. He's now 6. Oldest is 13. Was 13. He's 16 and be 17 this year. So it's been But to answer your question, the balance. If the balance is in the household and I can create my music, how I know that's balance? Because I can write 4 or 5 songs when there's balance. When there's not balance, I'm stuck. I can't do nothing, because I don't even come here. I'm in the basement of the house right now. This is where I record at. So, and to answer the other part of that question, who am I? I'm a full-time grandfather now. We had a liquor business. We were very successful at that business, and we did that for 7, 8 years, and we sold it. No regrets, because we understood that having those kids, we had a full warehouse. We had a warehouse where trucks can be loaded up, and liquor goes out. We were wholesale. We sold liquor to all the liquor stores and so forth. But here's the thing about that. I enjoyed what I did. I was very passionate about it. But as long as I was doing that, ain't no way in the world I was gonna be able to do this music thing. Because it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy. We ran a warehouse, me and my wife. And on top of that, my wife also sells Cadillacs. She's a Cadillac rep too. So she's been doing that for, I want to say, 25 years or better.
Wow.
So yeah, we're both, not saying jack of all trades, but we're well-rounded people. We try to do things very positive. And she also is a very big part of influencing me to do a lot of things that I do. She plays a major part in things that I tend to not want to do. She has this kind of way of convincing me to try it and do it, like the liquor business, Like one day, we talking to this person about a liquor company. I wanted to highly invest in this product that he had, because I believe the product could have been successful. And my wife came to me one day and bought me some keys and pulled me up in front of a place and said, "This is our new business." I looked at her like, "What?" It's a whole warehouse. I'm like, "Yeah, this is ours." I'm like, "Okay, what you mean it's ours? What we doing?" "Oh, we finna sell liquor." I'm like, "What?" "Oh, we got into it." Now she probably on here. We got into it. Yeah, because that was our money. That what I'm saying. So, but the thing about it is, she taught me something. Even I went through the process of the building that particular business, because we went through it. And one of the things that people kept telling me, if you get through so many years of this business, if you could just get through it and start seeing a profit, man, you're there. We saw it, but we went through so much to get to it, and it was just crazy. And we saw a lot of crazy numbers, but we also took a lot of losses. But at the end, it balanced out perfect for us. It was a perfect situation for us, and we just could not say no to it, you know. So
Mm.
I'm happy with it. She's happy with it. She get to see me more now, you know, at home. But you know what I'm saying? It worked out, you know. So I get to concentrate more on the music. But yeah, that's pretty much who I am. Um, I'm a person who try to be a people's person. I try my best. I communicate with people. I'm the type of person when I can get a feeling in my spirit that I need to call somebody because I haven't seen interaction from that person. I almost can feel people when something's going on bad with them, and it's like I get that feeling about some people. Sometimes I call other artists. I have to call them through the little Facebook thing. I hate doing that, but I do it and I check on them. Hey, man, you good? And they're like, why you call me? He's like, just felt like something wasn't going right. You know, I just want to make sure you're good. And then they'll tell me like, man, you know, send me your number. Let me call you. And then I send my number and then they're like, man, they talk to me and let me know like, man, there was a reason you called me. I was going through something. And that's just good for me to know that, you know, that I'm able to do that. You know, I don't expect anything from anybody. I don't want anything from nobody. I don't call anybody asking for anything, you know, and that's, you know, I'm blessed that I don't have to do that. And I love the idea that I'm able to do that, you know, and just be there for people just for a conversation, you know, because I go through things, you know, and I have two people I know for a fact I got them on speed dial. If I really need to, if I'm dealing with something that's really deep that I need to release from, I can call them and I know they're going to be there for me.
That's good. I will say this. Sometimes we don't understand when things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you sold the liquor, your liquor business, okay, that freed you up to focus more on your music.
That's correct.
I had the same situation before I got married. And before I got married, I was in Georgia. I was working my full-time job. I had been there like 15 years. It was my retirement job, working long hours now. Then I would leave there because I was running a caregiving service. So I was always working. Then I launched Live with Vickey P. But Live with Vickey P was not getting where it needed to be because I was over here. So when I got married and when I moved and I wasn't doing all of that, I was able to put in my percentage I need to put in to move my own business.
Right. That's what happened here.
So to say this, I'm telling you guys this. For the people that clock in, like I still clock in, the people that clock in. So we give our jobs 100%. We do. And that 100% will take away what you want to do because you're so focused on what you're doing on your job. Now, we all have to work. And if you don't have to work, good for you. But you got to find a balance.
That's right.
If you don't, you will never start your business. You will never start your podcast. You will never go out on a limb to be an artist. You will not do anything. I'm telling you.
Right.
But help continue make somebody else rich.
There you go.
Point blank period. And I'm telling you from experience because I was working so hard. And so when I moved up here, I was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was like, wait a minute.
And the crazy part for us was when we sold the liquor, we saw firsthand what we got the liquor for, and then we had to sell it to the stores. So we saw the markups from what they were selling. It was just crazy. We got a clear understanding of what goes on behind those liquor stores, and and man, I'm sitting there and a couple of my friends, they like to drink the high end stuff, and I'm looking at these dudes like, man, if y'all know the true story behind all this stuff, y'all would not drink it no more. Because we learned so much about the liquor. Look, we're surrounded by liquor, okay? we still have liquor at our house. When people come by, we have our friends, we let them drink. We may drink beers, me and my wife both. She likes wine occasionally. She's a wine connoisseur. But me, myself, the liquor doesn't really, you know what I'm saying? I can take it or leave it. But before I was on the cigars and, having that nice big cigar and drinking the big high-end cognac. Man, we got stuff here. I'm telling you, if I show you some of that stuff I got, I mean, high-end, $1,000 bottle stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the store sold it for. That ain't what that stuff really costs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they think they ball it out. And I'm like, okay, ball out, brother. You know what I'm saying?
500%
You come to my house and I can just charge you. You can go ahead and drink all you want over here.
500% markup. Exactly.
But you learn. But we learned so much about it. We learned too much about it. Trust me, we learned too much about it. So, even everything we were doing, we were learning from it. With the cars, my wife knows everything about a Cadillac. She knows anything and everything about cars. And I don't try to act like when it comes down to her in cars, I keep my mouth shut. Because she knows what she's talking about. So, I learned not to be, you don't have to always know everything. And I don't. And she told me one of the things I know I cut you off, but I want to make sure you understand this. When I meant about the balance, we have to make everything be transparent between us for to have balance in our household. If she's doing something that's not lining up to what I'm doing, it throws everything off. There is no balance, so it won't work.
That's how.
And we understand that, and that what people don't understand is a lot of commitment has to come from both of us.
That's right.
And we have to be totally transparent for each other. So that's one of the things that, and I love her. I admire her for, raising my grandkids like they're her grandkids. And that's something she didn't have to deal with. She didn't want to deal with it. She had a choice. She could have walked away from this. She didn't have to deal with it.
Right.
But those kids love her, and she loves them as well. And she's doing a great job helping me with this. But like I said, the main thing with me is transparency, man. We got to be able to see everything. I got to know if I'm putting some money in something, I got to know, I got to see it. It's almost like you putting a plan together. Don't tell me about it. Let's put it down here. Let me look at it on paper. And I got to, if it don't make dollars, don't make sense. We ain't touching it.
Listen, y'all could be brothers, because let me tell you something. When I come up with all these plans or whatever, see, because you're looking at a person, I did everything myself. So I made all the decisions when I was not together. Now I have to consult. And he is the guru when it comes to money. Okay?
Smart man.
He is now. He'll let me do my thing, but so I go to him and I'm like, okay. And when I go to him, I already know I gotta have this. I have to touch this point, and this this is how we're gonna make money back, and this is what we're gonna spend.
And if that don't pay, if that fails, you gotta have a backup plan. What you gonna do? Because I want to know what you're gonna do. If this happened, if that don't happen, how that's gonna get paid? What's gonna happen with that? Where that money coming from to pay for that?
Yeah. But like you said, it's a balance.
It's a balance.
And when you have that person like your wife, how she supports you with your music, that is everything.
She's very encouraging.
To go from not having somebody to encourage you to you pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, and then to have somebody to like, no, you need to be doing this.
She tells me that.
All the difference.
Yeah, she tells me that if I take a little time off or something, she's like, "What's going on? You ain't did a song in like look at her watch. You ain't did a song in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You need to do something. Like, okay, so you go write something.
So how can people follow you and book you?
They can go. We have a website too. It's www.thenrysmusic. I could be reached on there. On Instagram, Troy Henry Entertainment. On social media, I'm on social media. I want to say social media. I mean Facebook. Troy Henry, and then it's Troy Henry, singer songwriter. Troy Henry Entertainer. Got a couple pages. I can be reached. Trust me, you can find me one way or the other. I'm not hard to find. I'm on everything out there. My music's on everything. Every major streaming platform I'm on. I'm not hard to find. You can Google me. Put it like that. Just Google Troy Henry.
Google
Troy Henry music. Google me and it'll pop up.
He's Googleable.
Absolutely. We putting in work over here. We
That's
putting in some work.
So everybody that's on here, go and follow Troy Henry on all social media platforms. Show some love to his music. Listen, make videos, share.
Absolutely.
Now, Troy, do you have any upcoming projects coming up before I let you go?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked about that because I was waiting on that one. I took a stab at something. I have a blues song that I'm working with Southern Soul Damo. We just waiting on that to get finished, and we're gonna put that one out next. But I took a stab at something that I wasn't gonna touch, but I wrote a song. It's finished. Probably gonna make some people mad. It's probably gonna make some people glad. So that's all I'm gonna tell you about it, because the name of the song is called "You Don't Have to Be a Side Piece." Because let me say this and make sure I ain't ticking nobody off. I think we glorified the side piece too much. And I think there's some decent men out there and there's some decent women out there, and we don't need to be side pieces. Like the song says, if you can't be number one, you don't need to be a number two. So I did two versions of the song. Actually, we're going to put out one. This song was fun for me to record, because the song is it can actually be like a in the closet R. Kelly type song. Because there's so many scenarios I can talk about, from the woman's perspective, being she's being the side piece, or leading the man on. He's being the side piece. It's like a ongoing story. It just can constantly keep going. Yeah, so I reached out to another artist. I told her about what I was doing. I didn't tell her anything about the song. But when I asked her, hey, I got this song, would you be interested? She was like, no problem. She is waiting on me to send it to her. And I haven't done that yet, because we definitely got to do visual for the song, because I wanted to give sorry, I went black on you. I wanted to give example of the song showing a man being a side piece with a woman with a full family. And I also wanted to give a perspective of a woman doing the same thing. So I wanted to give two sides. So in the song, it's actually talking about both of them, and I'm trying to convince both of them, y'all don't have to be like that. Y'all don't have to be a side piece, So yeah, it's going to be interesting where that thing goes. And I really feel big about it. I think the song is going to be probably bigger than big, because it's a storytelling song and it's relatable, So I threw some situations in there, not mine, but I did throw some situations in there because I've had some friends from both sides of that. I've had some females to tell me some things, that they were doing some stuff they had no business doing. And I also had some guys to tell me some stuff that, they weren't supposed to be doing, and they were doing that. So it was crazy. I was getting kind of like emotional when I was singing about it, and it was all coming like natural. I'm like, wow. Oh, I'm thinking about such and such. So the people who know who I'm singing about gonna know it's about them.
Wow.
That's the crazy part. So I don't think they can sue me unless they're gonna rat themselves out. So
well, the names
I think they might want to keep
called.
them side pieces to themselves. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's funny that you said that, because people always look at the women being the side pieces. Now
they got them both.
Yes, they do. Now I can see. Well, men talk just as much as women do. Some men, but I just can't see a man like telling somebody, yeah, I love this woman, man. She married, I'm waiting for her to call me. Do y'all have those conversations?
They got them out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm like, do men actually want another man to know?
I just happened to be in a conversation and it wasn't really all that good. It was actually a bad situation. He was trying to get out of it. And you know what? I don't even know how it went after that. I don't know if he still, because we stopped talking because I made some comments and he, which was a suggestion that I suggested that you should, it's in the song. I hate to tell you what I told him. And but I'm singing it in the song, man. You should leave that woman alone. And I actually told him that.
When you finish with this song, please send it to me.
It's ready. The song ready now. I just say ready to put it out. And my wife loves it. Matter of fact, what's funny is my youngest grandson. We was in a packed store the other day, and he started singing, "You don't have to be a side piece." Man, when the people looking at us, I was so embarrassed. I was like, "Dude, shut up!" And he was getting louder. They're like, "Did he say you don't have to be a side piece?" I said, "Yeah, that's what he was singing." He said, "Papa, but that's your song." And I just looked at him. So yeah, he's proud of that song.
Well, listen, I am so glad that you came on here so I can introduce you to my followers.
And I appreciate you having me.
Yes, and thank you for sharing your story, your passion, and your heart with us today. Your journey, your sound, and the energy you bring to every stage remind us why music matters and why it connects, it heals, and brings people together. We appreciate you. Anytime you want to come back to Live with Vickey P, all you got to do is get in touch with me. You know how to get in touch with me.
And when that you don't have to be a side piece come, we're going to come back.
I'm already visualizing the video.
And I'm just talking, I'm talking to both of them. They don't need to be doing this. Y'all both don't need to be be a side piece. Go home.
I want a video. I want to be able to play this video on this platform because we're gonna be looking like, you remember that song R. Kelly? What was it?
In the Closet. Yeah, in the Closet. It's that type of song.
Yeah.
It's that type of song.
He had like
because here's the thing, I have the ideal to bring in another artist, so and then it'll be me and her singing about it, you know. So yeah, it's crazy. It's so many ways I could have went with that song, man. But it's a beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful song.
Well, we cannot wait. We cannot wait. And thank you so much again for coming on the Live with Vickey P show. And until the next time, you please continue to create good music.
Thank you.
Us inside so y'all can do some concerts inside so we can come inside and dress up.
That's right. Do it.
Is there anything else you want to leave with us before you go?
Yeah, y'all go check out that new single though. I got one out called Do It. And I went back to old school with that. That's more the R&B type song. That's one of the ones you can grab each other and get on that dance floor and hold each other. So check it out.
Yeah, we need to check that out. But thank you so much again, Troy. And I will see you and talk to you. Hey, anytime you want to come on, like I say, give me a call.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good night. You guys, that's the type of music I love to listen to. Like, especially the one that he is. It's going to be a series. Like, it's going to be a whole vibe. It's going to be like short movies. I can see 1 through 12 like R. Kelly did. But anyway, you guys go out and follow and support Troy Henry. He is creating some moves. He is creating some moments. So listen, definitely support him. Now, let me see what I have on here to promote because I know I have something on here to promote. I know I do. I always do. Listen, I'm going to keep talking about this until this happens, okay? The ultimate night of R&B and soul with the Manhattans featuring Gerald Austin and Tony Howard and the Motowners. This is going to be in Augusta, Georgia at the Miller Theater. And guess who will be in the house? Yes, your girl, Vickey P and her hubby. We will be rocking with the Manhattans. And Nelson Sugar Shack Man Curry will be co-hosting, and the host will be Minnesota Fats and Mighty Peanut at the Miller Theater, 708 Broad Street, Augusta, Georgia. You can go to Joker's Comedy on the Move Groove Time Entertainment Facebook page, and you can message for information about the tickets. And it is July the 25th. I bet you we have on some clothes for that. Okay, because that's my type of carrying on. All right. All right. Now, let me tell y'all this. Let me show y'all this. I'm super excited about this. Once I received this phone call about a couple months ago from Chantel Taylor with the Legacy Magazine, I already told you guys that I am the front cover on the front cover for July. Look right here, guys. Look, who's that? That is me. Shout out to the Legacy Magazine for even considering putting me on the cover of the July edition. It's my birthday month, and she dropped this July the 1st. Happy birthday to me, and thank you so much, Chantel Taylor of the Legacy Magazine. You guys can go to her Facebook, the Legacy Magazine. You can click on my actually I am in the inside also. I'm just not on the cover, baby. So you can go to my Facebook page and click on it, the Legacy Magazine, and you will be able to open up the spread, and you will be able to read my story and see my pictures. Shout out to the Legacy Magazine. I am so excited, you guys. So excited. So excited. That was like one of the best birthday gifts ever. And let me give her flowers. Thank you so much. The Legacy Magazine, Chantel Taylor. She listen, if you have a business, if you're a nonprofit organization, and let me tell you, we got something else going on. Y'all see it? Do y'all see this? Y'all see this? Listen, this is for Artist Exposure Package. I owe all this to Chantel Taylor for even considering adding me to the package. So for artists that is looking for exposure, you guys need to go to the Legacy Magazine Facebook page. You guys need to message her for the prices. This is a package that you cannot go wrong with. When you have more than 2 podcasts that will be interviewing you, and then you have radio stations that will be playing your music, then you will be in the Legacy Magazine, and then she is doing media kits. This is a whole exposure package, you guys. And y'all see loud Vickey P out there? Thank you again, Chantel Taylor. I'm telling y'all, this is a deal. A deal. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, all the time, we do have to invest in ourselves. I mean, sometimes people be like, well, I don't think I want to do this. I don't want to do that. Sometimes you have to invest in yourself. You think I haven't invested in myself? I have done so much stuff for free. It is unbelievable. But that's the name of the game sometimes. Until you get where you need to be, sometimes you just have to suck it up and you have to do what you have to do. But I'm super excited. And this is my birthday month. My birthday is Saturday, July the 11th. You guys, I will be, listen, I think I'll just only be 50. Nah, I will be 55. And to all of my family back in Lincoln and Augusta, I am not having anything this year. I am so sorry, but your girl been so booked and busy that I didn't have time to put anything together. But you know, I love you guys, and you know I will be celebrating with you in my heart and in my mind, okay? And for my Alabama family, some of them took me out on last Friday. We went to this new restaurant. Well, I don't think it's new, but it's called Casanova Restaurant and Bar. It is in Birmingham, Alabama. The aesthetic of that place is absolutely gorgeous. Y'all need to Google it, look at it, and then make reservations. It is definitely an experience. I had a very good time. Now, I think that's all I have to share with you guys. Yeah, I think that's it. No, one more thing. Live with Vickey P will be on a new girls network on Roku in the fall. I will be conducting interviews for a new reality show called Girls on the Scene. So I will be dropping that information and sending out, like, putting on my Facebook and social media, like some of the trailers. Well, I've already been doing some of that, dropping some of the little interviews and stuff that I've been doing. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, your girl is working over here. All right. Your girl is working. But I owe everything to you guys for supporting me throughout all these years. I try to bring you the best of the best. I even try to get people that you request. Sometimes I can't because they're not going to do interviews, but that's okay. But I really do appreciate you guys. And I'm definitely going to do a giveaway. And it's going to be a really, really nice giveaway. I don't know whether I do just one big one or one for a man and one for a woman. It just depends. But I am going to do a giveaway, okay? All right, you guys, I think that's it. And thank you so much for tuning in with Live with Vickey P, where it is always a vibe. And on Thursday, I will be on YouTube with Allegedly Media, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Still bringing the vibe, just on a different day and under a different media correspondence team, okay? I think I've said everything. I said a lot. I'm out of breath now, but I think I've said everything. And go to all of my social medias and follow me. Okay, follow me. And if you need an MC or a host or red carpet event host, call your girl Vickey P. Okay, I am out of here, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in with Vickey P, your host, where it is always a vibe on the Live with Vickey P show. And I will see you guys Thursday, same time, different place on YouTube with Allegedly Media. Good night.
If y'all ever had nobody like me before, somebody that makes you want to just stay home all day and just play with them. Ooh, baby, oh sugar, you might think that I'm acting this two-step and swing thing. But right now, if you got what it takes to keep a man happy, let me see you wave your hands in the air. Now, fellas, if you ever been with a woman who has everything to keep you happy, I mean real sexy, fine, and has a beautiful mind, let me see you wave your hands in the air. Can we just stay together? Can we just stay? Oh, baby. Can we just stay all night long, girl? Can we just stay and lay a while? Man, I don't know if y'all ever had